Okay, here we go. Hi everyone. So now it's me on YouTube. I wanted to do this video with the voiceover. Well, I added the video, but I guess that's fine. Maybe it's even better. So most of the people would not understand what happened and in this particular dive that I did. I already posted the video without explanation on the channel. So if you wanna go check it before you see my explanation and no spoilers. So here we go, let's play. I was in Leigh, I was just by myself. Visibility was great. It was marvelous. 10 meters, as you can see, like this is probably like 8, 9 meters deep, and I could see the bottom. This is not a super fancy GoPro, it's like the 6, 7. So if the GoPro can see it, uh, with the eyes is even better. So you can understand how good it was, especially for New Zealand standards, where it's very murky and yeah, visibility is on average 5 meters, few times, maybe more than a few times less than that. So I just go on the bottom and sit down. Well, not really sit down. I am on my belly. I lay down, and so why I want to be on my belly? Because I want to hide and um, try to not be seen too much, because fish always know you are there and they see you way before you can see them. But obviously, the more you hide your body, the the highest the chances are that the fish can come close to you. So that's why I chose to stay on these two big rocks and like just try to poke out with just my head. All these little fish that you can see are donzels, if I'm not wrong, and is a bait fish. Is not that big. It's about 5, 7, yeah, 5 to 7 centimeters. So here you can see after like 30 seconds that I was down, the kahawai passed by, and even without grunting, which is the sound we make with the noise we make with a throat while we are underwater. That's for make fish more curious and try to do something for them to come and check what it is that sound. So when I spotted the fish, I instantly started grunting because I believe I saw the same fish earlier in the same day, and I really didn't have any chance to spear to have a good shot, and really for I saw it for like 5 seconds. So I knew the only way would have been like being more something more interest interesting, sorry, for the fish. And so I started grunting. You can this sound is me doing the noise with a here grunting. And here you can see I turn from my belly and now sitting on my bum. This is an unusual position. You normally are not like that when you want to shoot, but you know, when in Rome, in this case, when in New Zealand, um, so uh, just it doesn't matter at the end of the day if it was non-conventional the way you shot the fish. If you got the fish, that's what matters, right? So what happened here is I see the fish. Well, with the GoPro, you can see a bit less than what I was actually seeing with my eyes. I saw the fish actually turning, and so that's why I prepared my gun and aligned the dots with my eyesight. And here I follow, I follow, I follow, I follow. I pick what I believe was the right moment, and I shoot. The fish takes off. It's quite a big kahawai, and um, as you can see here, the spear is all went through the fish. That means you can see here. This is the line is Dyneema line, and it's very thin. It's about 1 millimeter. You can imagine a fish that fights hard, and if the shot is not properly in the center, it can tear the skin, rip off his meat, and just the fish is gone. You won't see the fish probably ever. You won't be able to find it, especially such a big fish. Um, so here I was not very confident on my shot. I thought it was lower than what it actually was. So here I decided to not pull the line, which that's what I normally would do. I would just avoid the fish to tangle on the rock. As you can see, the fish is like trying to escape and hide on the rocks. That's very normal. But the problem is, um, you have a tangled line, and so you have to go down, and if it's deep, that can be quite a problem. Well, it's just less than 10 meters, like 9 8 meters, so it's probably not a big deal, but can be dangerous, right? Because you have the line all around you, you're trying to untangle it, maybe the fish still swims away, and still the fish can just block the line somewhere and try to tear his meat and just go. So here I go up and I try to not pull tension. I still try to avoid for the fish to go on the bottom. And here that's you can see, but I'm not pulling hard. So what I decided to do is, as you can see, there is quite a lot of line in the water. What I decided to do is let go the gun, go grab the other gun, and because so here, wait a second, let's see if you can see it. No, you can't. But so I have a float boat with me, and here you can see me swimming very quickly towards the float boat. So here you can see there's this thing which is some line attached to my gun that I just used. So that's why I can let go of the gun and know where the fish is, where the gun is, and where the fish is. So it's no problem because there is the float. So get my gun. The problem is the only time that the gun is not ready is when you really need it. And so here normally I would just load the gun, and I found out it's not even just the line is out, also the spear is out. So put back the spear into the trigger, put the line in his place. Yeah, okay, time to load the gun. Here we go, load the gun, and now you can see here that's I could see my gun, and so I was like hoping that the fish was still there, but the gun was moving a little bit, so I knew the fish was still there. And actually from the surface, because the fish was on the bottom like moving, I could see it, and you probably can as well in a second. That's the fish here. This is the fish moving. So I decided to just go on top of the fish, because like when you approach the fish from behind at the same level of where the fish is, it's I found it's just um, worse for whatever reason. Just the fish um, is a bit more easy on you if you come from the top. So that's why I decided to do like this, and I decided to secure my fish. The fish wasn't moving, right? So I could technically just grab him with my hand, but to avoid any problem and like also to put a finish at an end to his suffer, I said, let's just spear him in the head and secure the fish, you know? So that's what I did. And so I collect everything. The line was tangled, unfortunately, around the rock. It was just below a rock. So it was a bit tricky to come up, but that's something for later. You can see the fish is bleeding quite a lot. So I was like, yeah, see, you can see he's bleeding. So I was like, yeah, surely he's dead, right? So now I decided to take out the prong. The prong is the one that I speared the second time, the four, like kind of a fork. So as you can see, I'm really putting almost my max strength to do that, and also using my knees, and it's so hard. Just the prongs with big fish sometimes is so hard. So here I can do it, and watch out, look at this. As soon as I take the prong out, the fish starts swimming away from me and was like, what the? And luckily it turns and swims against me. So I was like, oh, cool, that's cool. So I grabbed it. At this point, I knew, you can see here, that's a pretty good shot. And also on the other side is even better, the hole. So it wasn't a problem. By the way, it looks smaller than what it is. So here I just skip the part of taking out all the spears, the line, and already kill it. I'm not doing this if the fish is not dead. I really want to make sure the fish doesn't suffer more than what is needed. So the fish is already dead. As you can see, yeah, it's quite big. Probably you won't realize exactly how much, but maybe gives an idea. And now I decided to gut the fish. Well, first to gills the gills, because to bleed the fish, but this fish doesn't really have much blood, so didn't really bleed much. Um, Again, yeah, showing off. So here we go. That's why I just want to clean the fish from the blood, so the meat is just a bit more clean. Sorry. And here I start open the fish to clean it, and this yellow thing that you can see are eggs. So yeah, this fish had eggs inside. Obviously I couldn't know, like there's no way to know, unless I guess if you're really expert and you have seen a lot of fish and distinguish there. But I don't know, it's quite hard and very hard actually. So, but I still keep it so I don't waste that. They are actually delicious smoked. So I did a mistake to put the knife a little bit too much in the first time I cut, but luckily I pretty much didn't do any damage. So I just kept the eggs. They're gonna go in the smoker with the fish, and the rest is just good. This you can see floating around is just internal organs. So I clean the fish. I do it really as soon as possible because I believe it's better. And here on the low part, you can see the yellow thing is just eggs in the float boat. And happy days. Now, actually, if you wanna see, I'm actually having a ceviche with we got that's the dinner. Well, the lunch, late lunch, is ceviche with the raw meat of this fish, and I'm enjoying it. And I hope you appreciate this video. See you to the next adventures.